Hello, everybody. My name's Zenith, and welcome back to The Last Promise, Chapter 5, Forsaken Honor. Some classic Fire Emblem 7 music. Chief Haas, I sincerely thank you for your aid. Our group is small, but we still need supplies. You really came at a good time. It is what we do. Magnus is also the enemy of Fora, as it is your rebellion. Magnus is also the enemy of Fora, as it is your rebellion. Now that's an interesting way to say that. And we cannot let our allies simply perish, correct? Yes, if only all of Athea felt the same as you. But now it's time for us to repay the favor. You stated that some of Magnus's allies have been located nearby. That's what my scouts say. The Taos and Kashaya tribes seem to have taken refuge in this forest. I'm guessing this is part of Magnus's plan to control Althea, using its own people's animosity towards one another. Taos in particular has always envied the strength of the Fora. Allying with Magnus must have seemed the obvious choice for them, if they were to overtake us. It is sad how easily one is swayed to the enemy's side. Indeed, that is not good, to say the least. I will charge said base immediately. We can't allow any on good terms with Magnus to ruin Athea. Thank you, Commander Siegfried. First rescuing our brothers from the prison, and now this? We are in your debt. Nonsense. Without you and your tribe supporting us, I doubt we would have survived Magnus's army. I'll count that as paying off any debt. So be it. By the way, you must take great caution with the enemy here. The Kashaya are the only Athenians to wield magic in battle. I see them. Thankfully, my sword here, Nothung, is made to battle mages. Its blade is like poison to those with inert magic power. Ah, so you're already prepared for such an occasion, then. Well, I shall leave some men of our tribe to support you. Focus on conquering the fortress, and we will prevent reinforcements from coming as long as we can. Unfortunately, I must also tend to another matter. Defending our backs is all the help we need, Chief. We should be back by evening if all goes well. Good luck with your own endeavors. Indeed. May you find victory easy, Siegfried. So we're going up against mages? It seems that way, Sean. It's going to be difficult as we lack magical defense. Only a few of us can handle them well, but we lack the numbers. Should this become a battle of attrition, I doubt we could succeed. No, I'm sure this battle will be in our favor. We've been through too much to be defeated in a simple clash. Let's not see this in a bad light. That's right, son. You seem quite optimistic today. Let's hope that feeling holds out. I spy a green unit. And that's an interest. When I first noticed this, that's like the Bucktooth Bandit, but adjusted, not a Bucktooth, and with longer hair and fancy robes. Cool sprite. You, monk, why are you just standing around? Get into position, we're being attacked. I can't get myself to... We're fighting against the good. Can't you see that Magnus is evil? How can we fight for such crude, honorless people? I don't care about good or evil. We eliminate Fora and the rebels. We of the other tribes will be rewarded. Magnus will give us and the Kashayans reign over Athea. That's all that matters. Now go comply and guard the main hallway. Yes, sir. If I'd actually listened to Majarian, whatever. I better go quickly and join the rebellion. Oh, this music again. Are you Commander Siegfried, leader of the rebel army? Yes, who might you be? I'm Arthur, a monk of the Kashaya tribe. I believe Magnus is evil and wish to aid you in defeating them. Why should we trust you? You may be a monk, yet has the Kashaya tribe not lost its honor? What is it that you are planning? You're right. The Kashaya tribe has no honor. They sacrificed it for power. If you doubt my intentions, then allow me to battle. You won't have an easy time penetrating my magical cloak. Trust me, I shall prove in your favor, Commander. Dun, 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 dun. So this is an interesting map. It also happens to have a bonus chapter. You reach the bonus chapter by entering this room. And then, after finishing the level, you will unlock the bonus chapter. Now, this room has absolutely nothing in it, aside from a shaman who you can kill through the wall. So my very first time playing through the game, I missed this bonus chapter. So, yeah. Another thing that's like, well, why would I waste a door key opening a door just to get into a room with absolutely nothing in it? But, yeah, apparently, first of all, you also get a stat booster item, a talisman. Hey, a 5-use chest key, and a 2-use door key. So this chapter, we start out surrounded by nomads, and then inside the castle are a lot of mages and a couple myrmidons. The myrmidons are there just so Arthur, who has 9 resistance, can't solo the entire castle. Siegfried can solo the entire castle, pretty much no problem. Although you have to be careful because his low resistance can be a bit of a pain. You have a men troubadour, and the boss is an iron bow and a short bow. But he's also a nomad, so he's weak to Sean. Now, like a lot of chapters, the entryway is the most difficult part. Luckily, shouldn't need to worry too much. This actually gives us a chance to get Kevin a bit more experience by trying to feed him a kill. I would try to give this kill to Inanna, but that stupid longbow. Yeah, Inanna, while useful, is definitely limited by the sheer number of nomads in these early chapters, whom Sean does not double. Yeah, Sean doesn't double any of these guys. It doesn't crit either. Okay. I was almost expecting him to crit, but unfortunately he didn't. So I have to trust that kill to Inanna. Siegfried should be able to solo one of these guys, but can Arthur and Corbin take on the other? That answer appears to be no, which means Siegfried has to kill this one in order to prevent him from shooting down Inanna, and for us to get Tamako somewhere safe. This chapter is basically, hey, use Nothung. The chapter. Okay, so 2 spaces to the right and she'll be safe. I really don't like their crit chance, though. Worries me a fair bit. The one thing about short bows is that they're high crit. Well, it's speed on Corbin. I can't really complain. But in terms of getting anything else useful, that is not the best level. I need to bring Arthur down here so he's safe from a potential 10% crit. Yeah, you're never completely safe from low percent crits in The Last Promise. And sometimes high percent crits, because this game loves having high crit on its custom weapons. Okay, how are we going to do this? Because we need to heal Shuda. What are our odds on killing this guy? Well, if Kevin hits, our odds are 100%. And Kevin gets a level up. 14 defense. I love seeing that high defense number. Okay, so this guy's dead. I just need to deal with that last short bow. Nomad. Who is very, I think, gosh dang it, is Shuda dead again? Yeah, that's a movable space. I don't like the beginning of this chapter, and now you are beginning to see why. Should have brought him back and rescued him when I had the chance, but I didn't. So who's dumb now? I guess that's me. I mean, he has 32 avoid, so there's a chance he survives. But because I can't even rescue him, and Siegfried can't reach. You know what? Screw you, Shuda. You die. It's not my fault. Well, it was my fault. But it's stupid level design's fault. Like, this opening... Like, I can't really complain. I made the mistake of thinking I could kill that Nomad, when I couldn't. Made the mistake of thinking Shuda might possibly, perhaps, be slightly safe, when he most certainly was not. Nana doesn't mind fighting mages, because you're certainly going to fight a lot of them. Yeah, you know what? I've sold the Red Gem. Iron Gem. What is in my mouth today? What are these words? If Shuda survives, good on him. But I'm not honestly expecting it. Yep, there goes Shuda. No choice but to fall back now. I think you still get him in... in the next quest, if he dies in Siegfried's Tale. So, he's not gone forever. Yet. Oh, come on. You can dodge an 82% javelin. That javelin should have one use left on it. Should be enough to snipe that shaman. Javelin broke, but we pick up the chest key. Yeah, the reason I reset for Shuda earlier is because I needed that iron. Red Gem! Why do I keep calling it iron? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, at least I thought I needed that red gem because I forgot that Kevin came in with a blue gem. Whatever. Iron Man! Let's heal Corbin. We need to get a move on this chapter because reinforcements will spawn from behind us pretty soon. And those are annoying. Forget if they're ambush spawns or not. Why am I even doing that? Whatever. It's fine. Oh yeah, you used up your javelin, didn't you? How should I even arrange these items so I don't lose anything? Did I even equip that javelin? No, of course not, because I'm an idiot. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. I went through all that trading just to grab the javelin that I don't even equip. Yeah. I'm playing great today, if you can't tell. Give me back that javelin. I'll take the door key, you can have the chest key. Let's feed this guy with the emblem lance and then switch over to the javelin so I can take care of the shaman in the left room. I'm amazed at how poorly I can play. Oh yes, you have open inventory space. Let's have you take that door key. And now Kevin's all the way down here. But I knew he was going to have a hard time getting back to the front anyway, which is why I let him have that last kill. Sean's experience gain is already slowed down. Might as well kill off this Myrmidon before he has a chance to do anything annoying. Plus it leaves Siegfried in a good position to snipe a mage with Nothung. Haha! Oi, so Siegfried, was it? I brought some men here to help you in your battle. For I shall fend off Tau's reinforcements, so you just focus on conquering the fortress. Just hurry up, because we can't hold out forever. I must report back to the chief now. Best of luck! So, interesting thing about these reinforcements, they are worth 0 experience. So even if you send your own units down to deal with them, they will not get anything from it. So you are honestly better off letting these nomads take those guys out. Heal. Is it sad that the thing I miss most from having Shuda die is his inventory space? This should be safe. Another attack. Bit dangerous, but Inanna can handle it. Plus this gives her a little more experience. One step closer on the road to level 10. The road to promotion, as it were. Still doesn't double the Myrmidons, but at least she doesn't get doubled by them. Da-da-da-dun. Da-da-da-dun. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Mages still don't do much damage to her because I'm pretty sure they gave the mages 0 strength. Or like very low strength for mages. Yeah, 2 strength. So only deals 7 damage. So even though your army... And the thing is, your army doesn't even have bad resistance. Sure, it's like 2 and 3 for some of them. But it's not incredibly low. Hey, you know who that Lance Reaver would have been good on? Shaking my head. Arthur is an interesting unit as a monk because he has a very, very high hit point growth. So we can turn into a very bulky... Do you want to spawn bishops in this game? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, you become a very bulky bishop. The problem is, after Siegfried's story, you don't get Arthur back until pretty late in the game. Which cuts down on his usefulness a fair bit. Who had that door key? Oh yeah, of course Arthur did. Why wouldn't he? Shaking my head right now. Missing those 86% on GBA Fire Emblem. Not making me happy, game. Not making me happy at all. And Tamiko's level is... hit points. Well, she's a cleric. I don't much care what her levels end up being too much, although, as I said, she will quickly hit level 20, and my goodness. She can actually become a pretty decent powerhouse pre-promote. But yes, as you will see, these fellows give 0 experience. Miss. And yes, short bow versus iron bow, and melee range short bow. Ding. At least I'm there to help distract, I guess. I mean, it's the best thing Kevin can do since his resistance and speed aren't such that he can really take on a lot of mages. And so even though these guys don't really... I should just... Yeah, why am I leaving on these neutral animations? At least right now they're just taking up time. Yeah, these 5 Nomads are pretty good at taking out enemy reinforcements whenever they show up. So what you need to do is just stop inside this room, and somehow that gives you a talisman. Which somehow is just sitting there, and no one else noticed it before. I guess it wasn't that important. Wow, that guy deals 3 damage to an Ana. Deal with that shaman. Totally necessary crit. 81. 84 points of damage in total. Yeah, totally necessary crit. Actually, now that I mention it, what is Kevin's resistance again? So I thought it was pretty low. Oh, it's 3. Same as Sean's. That Thunder Mage. That Thunder Mage is tasty. It does a lot of damage. Well, not a lot, but it does enough. Now, the difficulty with fighting against a room full of 1-2 range enemies, when you yourself only have 1 range, is basically what it is right there. Can I nano one round any of these guys? Oh, totally. So the plan right now, take out these mages, use Nothung on the Thunder Mage, trade that key over, I guess? I don't know. Carry the extra vulnerary? I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Well, I guess I'll just take the Lance Reaver off his hands, because that way it gives him an open inventory space to grab whatever's in the other chest. Who do I use this talisman on? You know, I actually get a unit next chapter who might make decent use of it. And, you know, good as Siegfried is, I'm tempted to give him the talisman just so he's more effective against mages, as if he wasn't effective enough against them already. But he doesn't really need any stat boosters to be effective. I'm honestly tempted to just give it to Inanna, just to boost her effectiveness against mages even more. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Just turn Inanna into the insane mage destroyer that she was meant to be. Though Sean is going to be used in a lot of maps. You could really benefit from a little bit of magic resist. Yeah, let's give it to Sean. Honestly, it's 2 points of resistance. It doesn't necessarily matter what I do with it. Just deal with this guy so he doesn't keep being annoying. When everyone has low resistance, having one person with slightly higher resistance doesn't necessarily make any difference at all. But I mean, those 2 points could come in handy down the line when he randomly survives one bow shot that he shouldn't. Oh, bow shot, like magic. Like, near the end game, you get flooded with certain very high level magic users, and it becomes annoying. I'm still fighting with Kyle just to give him a little bit of... Kevin! Just to give him a bit of weapon experience. Okay, finish them off. Apparently short bows are heavier than iron bows. Or if not, these 4 people are just way better than the Taos in every respect. I mean, I like this idea in terms of it being like a soft time limit of, hey, you have reinforcements, but you have people in the way who should get plus defense. Honestly, Sean needs all the help he can get, and like I said, late game he's pretty good, but early game he... I can't even speak of his early game, it's that terrible. Like, he's not bad because the enemies are bad. If the enemies were good at all, or decent, he would be trash. So yeah, probably giving him the Draco Shield as well. Just to make sure that he's useful in the end game, so he doesn't just get, like, doubled by someone and instantly killed. That's not the smartest move I've ever made. If I don't crit, I can feed the kill to Inanna. Never mind! Looks like Siegfried's just deciding that it's his day to kill everything. Thanks for the 8% crit, Siegfried. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Yes, yes, you're healing up, I don't care. One last heal on Inanna. Just hold on to the keys, Arthur. Best thing you can do right now. And give that Lance Rover to someone who can use it later. Alright, and there's... whatever. Whoops, skip that. It's actually Haas. But regardless, that was well done. We'll be directing our foreign forces north and engage the Magnians there. It may take a while, though. Most of my men aren't used to charging into bases. I shouted Magnians, calling them cowards for hiding behind walls. Okay, yes, you're just likening the Nomads to the Beast Lagoos in Radiant Dawn. Scrimmer's army. Okay, sure. How about you? What shall you do? I shall head towards Valencia. Once we reach Valencia, the route to Yulia is likely the least guarded, so we'll liberate that area first. We can then use Yulia as a base to continue through Valencia. I'm also rather familiar with the area, as I was born in Yulia. That sounds good. We'll come quickly once you take Yulia. Fastest route is through Sark and the Focal Mountains. I suggest you head that way. Yes, we'll do that. The Knight General and his army are heading east to hear from Magnus. I think they plan on fighting in Blaine, but I'm not sure. Regardless, I'll ensure that the situation here in Athea is stable. That way, when we come to help you in Valencia, we can always fall back to Athea. I am a little worried that the Knight General may come here instead, as he will have to cross through either Athea or the Focal Mountain, if he wishes to reach Blaine, but I won't let him stop me. Alright, that makes sense. Magnus, Athea, Blaine, and Valencia all border the Focal Mountains, although it's considered to be Blaine's territory. We can move around the mountains, or perhaps find a shorter way through them, considering our forces are rather small. Like, this is a geography lesson to the player that, honestly, I don't necessarily care about. It's more interesting now that I'm rereading it and actually paying more attention to it. But at the same time, because they can't have a map scene, because this is a fan game, ROM hack, whatever, because they can't have a map sequence to actually show you any of this, they have to rely on telling you this. And this is not terrible. It's still a bit slow, a bit dull, but it doesn't really bother me too much. Magnus will definitely have to go around for it to reach Blaine. I don't know the Knight General enough to predict his strategy. We'd best hope none of us encounter him. Honestly, I have no idea how Blaine is faring in this war, but for all of Magnus's Imperial generals to be busy, the two must still be fighting the core of this war, which is good for us. We'll be able to liberate Sark and cross the border quickly. Best of luck, Chief Hawes. May we continue to slowly turn this war in our favor. Indeed. And we must do so without attracting the attention of Magnus's higher ranks. But before I leave, I will be sending one of my men to accompany you. Storm, reveal yourself. Yes, Chief? I want you to leave with Siegfried and aid in the arrival to Julia. Do whatever you need. Do whatever is needed of you, Storm, and take care of yourself. Of course, Chief. Stormswell will prove useful in your journey, Siegfried. He's one of my finest warriors, and has excellent potential. He may seem relaxed now, but his battle instincts are exceptional. Good luck, Siegfried. Ooh. General, I bring news. Goron tribe attacked the rebels, but they were quickly routed. As we heard, the Kashaya and Taos tribes have engaged the rebel soldiers in battle. Where are Sid's men? Claims of the battalion of horsemen and shaman were deployed a few days ago and should be pursuing the rebels. We cannot stop their march. Sir, we've time, I think. Our forces are numerous, and theirs are few. Deploy some more soldiers in Athea, and perhaps... We cannot afford the time and resources. Siegfried has advanced too quickly. Too far and too quickly. What shall we do, General? Send Count Pellinor up. I must discuss with him. Yes, sire. Siegfried. General Howard, what can I do for you? As you know, His Majesty has arranged a meeting in Aegis, yes? For the Emperor to travel to Valencia, it's an important meeting. Yeah, I remember. You said the Magnus' top generals are to attend, yes? Count Pellinor, I will be leaving for Aegis immediately. All operations are now in your hands. Of course, General. How long shall you be? I have dreamt of many a plan to attend the rebel crisis. Aegis is far away, but I estimate it will take the rebels about a month to arrive. Rest assured, we should be back by then, if not sooner. I see then. May we all stay well and prevail. And hopefully... yes. We've reached Chapter 5X. This is the bonus chapter that you get for going into that small room. I'm just going to stop here and continue on with 5X in the next chapter. For that previous chapter, I mean, it's a castle siege map. It's a pretty small fort. Doesn't really matter too much. It's has a lot of mages, so it made it at least a little different. Not sure if that made it interesting, but it made it different. It made you think about your units in a different way. Kevin can't just stand and take everything. That's something that I've noticed, is that this game likes to give you a unit that's really good for one map, and then on the next map make it really hard for that new unit. I don't know, it only does that a little bit, but it does it enough in the early game to kind of be a little annoying. The reinforcements were a cool timer, but I mean, they kind of were ineffective because they came so late and so few of them. They didn't give any experience, so didn't really give you any benefit for waiting, which is nice. I mean, I'd prefer them to not... I'd prefer that you not have any incentive to, like, delay and wait on a map. And so it's nice that, even though there are reinforcements, that they don't give experience. So it doesn't incentivize waiting, it actually actively disincentivizes it. As for the rest of it, Shuda dying was... Like I said, the game buries you in Hero Crest units later on, so I don't really miss him too much. It's a bit of a pain for the next chapter or two, when he might be pretty useful, especially with that Lance Reaver, but it doesn't really matter too much. And for... let's see what else. That random room with nothing in it aside from the one shaman who you can kill through the wall, that you have to use a door key to get into. Like, that's the only reason we have this other chapter, although it doesn't mention anything about it. That's the only reason we got the talisman, although it doesn't mention anything about it. I would much rather have had the talisman be in a chest in that room, just for the sake of knowing that there's something in the room. And I would much rather have the chapter then be, okay, either turn-based or getting all the chests. Like, you could still make it enter that room, get the talisman, and get the chapter if you just made the requirement to get to the Gaiden chapter open all chests in the map. Because then at least you have an incentive to go into the room, and there being a chest there, instead of just having the room give you the talisman for using your door key and stepping inside, which, without any other reason to step inside the room, I never would have done in the first place. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. That's really my one qualm about that map. Aside from that, the opening's a little difficult with all the nomads there that are fast enough to not get doubled by most of your army, but it's an acceptable map beyond that one little sticking point I have with the talisman. Anyway, as always, I've been Mithril Zenith. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want more Fire Emblem content. Like I said, I'm Mithril Zenith, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, everyone.